My name is Dave, and this channel is about me rebuilding and renovating a small trailerable sailboat that I bought last year. In the last while it's been winter here. The weather's been like Ireland's weather always is in the winter, wet and miserable. It's been kind of mild, wet and miserable. It's about to get colder, wet and miserable. So pretty much the same. So there's not much work going on outside. I've been working away on the boat. For those of you that follow the channel, I've been working away on hatches and things like that. And today I started into cutting up some of the cedar timber that some of you might remember that I got for free last year. And I've been prepping that stuff up because, as I say, I can't really do any work outside. So I'm just getting all these bits together. So I was making these strips of this cedar, which I'm going to use on the interior of the boat. In around the V-berth end of the boat and all that kind of thing. So just doing that, prepping timber and getting ready. Hopefully the weather's going to start to improve soon and I can get out and back doing some stuff on the boat. Okay, that's the rear lazarette hatch. That's the Iroko strips cut out for it. So that's the joints done on this rear lazarette hatch. Just have to leave that to set and then sand it all off. I finished the other hatch, the rear lazarette hatch. That's it there. So it's looking pretty good. And as many of you know, I frequent the local car boot sale looking for bargains and tools, stuff like that, equipment, and stuff that I might use for the boat. Now, I live in sort of almost the centre of Ireland, inland anyway, and far away from the sea. So going to the local car boot sale a couple of weeks ago, I was very surprised to find my most recent acquisition. I'll give you a look at it. So that's it. For those of you that know, that's a 20 kilo CQR plough anchor. And I got that at the car boot sale. I don't know what they run at to price them. I see various different prices. It's a genuine CQR anchor, it's stamped and everything. And the guy was looking for 50 euros for it. I offered him 35 and got it for that. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's a little bit oversized maybe for the boat, but look, better to have an oversized anchor than too small of an anchor. I don't know how often I'll get using the anchor because a lot of the places I'm going to be going will be kind of silty mud bottoms, and also the fact that the boat has a very low draft. I can probably bring it into shore and you know, short hire or something like that, drop a weighted anchor like a mud anchor, which is basically like a kettlebell, and drop that and then, you know, rear tie the boat onto the shore. So I don't know how often I'm going to use it, but it was there, and I figured if things had lined up and the universe had sent it to me, who was I to refuse it at that money? So I've cleaned it up a bit, taken the rust and that off it. I'm thinking I'm going to paint it with like maybe a white sort of enamel paint or something like that. I know it's not going to last on the finish on it, but you look, it'll tidy it up and make it look the part on the boat. So that's a pretty good addition. Other than that, I haven't got the perspex for doing the windows for the boat yet, and I've been, I suppose I've been kind of putting it off because I didn't really want to pay full price for it. I was hoping to find it somewhere, maybe not the car boot sale, but find it for sale on some of these, like, it's a couple of different websites we have here in Ireland, one called Done Deal and one called adverts.ie. Sort of like probably Craigslist that you have in America, because a lot of the viewers are American. So I've been looking on that, trying to find it and hoping to get some kind of offcuts, because they're not very big windows. They're like, I mean, the biggest of them is about 700 millimeters long, so and they're only about 350 millimeters wide, so they're not that massive big. So I was honestly hoping to get someone with some offcuts that I could get for, you know, offcut price, and save a bit of money that way. And that hasn't happened so far. Now, unless it happens in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to have to bite the bullet and go and buy it at you know, full retail price. But sure, if that's what happens, that's what happens. But you know, that's the next big project on the boat outside, is to get those windows into it and get it closed up. Like, it's covered at the moment with tarpaulin and stuff like that, and I have the old companionway hatch on it, and it's covered, so it's not exposed to the weather to any great degree, and the boat was all, you know, painted and all that last year, so it's, you know, it's not deteriorating or anything. But the next phase is fitting out the interior of the boat, and there's no point in me doing that and putting this cedar and stuff into it, because if I do that and it's not watertight, it's just going to get destroyed. So that's the next big thing, is getting those windows closed up, and then I can progress on then with the interior of the boat. It's January the 15th 2019 today, so we're, you know, 2 weeks into the new year, and you know, it's amazing how quickly it's gone by, those 2 weeks. Won't find out as we get into the springtime proper, hopefully, and get some decent weather and some longer days, and, you know, be able to crack on with the project of the boat and getting it done. like I said, I've loads of stuff ready, prepped to go on the boat. It's just a matter of getting, you know, out at the boat to do it. And without the weather improving or getting the boat enclosed, I can work at least in the inside, not the exterior of the boat. You know, I'm kind of limited on what I can do. The next purchase I'm going to make is I'm going to buy some more fiberglass, some more epoxy, because I've a couple of little projects to do with epoxy. The rudder, I'm going to do a bit of work on the rudder. Well, there's the other hatch. I'll show you that one too. So this is the other hatch, the forward hatch. I made up a frame and made up this top section as well, so like an opening part. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this. If I'm just going to go with, like, you know, a piece of perspex or something in the centre of this, or if I'm going to go making some kind of a raised hatch. That's why it's sitting here like this, because I just haven't made my mind up yet. So that's another bit that's been done. You would have seen the rudder before. This is the rudder. It has to be, you know, it's shaped and all that, but it just has to be finished off. And I'm going to seal that, you know, with epoxy to preserve it pretty much. Yeah, other things then, handrails, as you seen before, the new handrails are made, and a new tiller. And then I have chain plates and that I made, I bought a few bits and pieces for it. I bought new turnbuckles for it and that as well. And my neighbour PJ, he gave me a great Christmas present, gave me a set of navigation lights for it. So that was a nice surprise to get. So I'm making the pieces to fit into these sort of curved sections. So I made a cardboard template and then marked out these pieces of timber on it to get the angles, to cut them around, to shape them into it. And then when I did that, I duplicated all the pieces. So this is the second one I'm actually putting together here now, and the first one is in place. So measuring and cutting out in it, but it's working. It's not, you know, the angles aren't meeting perfectly, but it's all meeting on the outside, and it's filling the void there and gives something to put the sheeting on. To fix the sheeting panel is going to go this way, so it's going to perform the function it needs to, and it's stronger than what was there originally, which is like a little strip of plywood around the edge. So it's definitely a structural improvement. And that's the other side in place now. Right, so I've cut these two pieces going horizontally here, but I can't glue them in place or screw them in place because they're sitting outside and it's miserable raining, so they're kind of damp. So there's not much fun sticking adhesive on them, trying to fix them to the skin of the camper van. So I just leave them in place there until the next day when I come back and it's dry. Still need a few more pieces to fill out them gaps between those, just to, you know, maybe one there and one across there, and then bits of bracing in between them, just to give something to fix the skin to, because it kind of curves around that there, so you're going to need a few more. I'm sure some of you have been following along with the camper van project and enjoying the rebuilding of the structure, etc., and looking forward to seeing the rest of it. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the rest of it because it's come to a halt. The person that was helping with it has decided that it's an awful lot of money they're going to have to spend in it to get it to the standard that they wanted to be able to use it, and it's just something they're not happy to do at this time. Now, at least they can sell it on because the structure is sound in it, and it's a project for somebody else to take on. I've stressed to them at the time when they first started there was a lot of money to be invested in it to get it to the standard they wanted it to. And like all these things, people, you know, think that they can do it for less, but realistically, any of these projects you're starting with, it's a camper van, a boat, a tiny house, whatever it is, they all eat money. Because it's not the things you see on the surface that you can easily quantify, it's all the hidden things underneath that you never see when the job is done, that all add up and all add, you know, expense to any project. But look, that's the way it goes. At least they have something they can sell on now and get some money out of it, which is good. But you're not going to get to see the rest of it, which is bad, but there you go. Yeah, so that's pretty much the stage I'm at with the boat now at this moment. Not a lot's been done to move it forward. It's, you know, just doing bits and pieces when I can. And I'm just going to keep at it, and hopefully it'll all come together, you know, pretty quickly once I get out working the boat again. So that's this update anyway, and you know, if you're enjoying, you know, following along with this project, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up on the videos, and I'll see you next time.